The battle lines are drawn in Cleveland, and the buzz is electric. If you're a Browns fan, this might be one of the most intriguing offseasons in recent memory, not because of a splashy free agent signing or a blockbuster trade, but because of a quarterback competition that feels like it could shape the future of this franchise. And it's not just any QB battle. It's Shedeur Sanders versus Dillon Gabriel, and everyone, from the fans to Vegas oddsmakers, has something to say about it. But before we dive in, let's just say this: don't blink. This is going to be a wild ride. Coming out of rookie minicamp, all eyes were glued to two names, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel. Browns fans have waited a long time for a spark at the quarterback position, and suddenly, there are two potential fire starters on the field. Rookie minicamp might not be the place where jobs are won, but impressions? Oh, they're definitely made. And if you ask around, or more specifically, if you ask Matthew Peterson of Chat Sports, there's already a slight edge forming. Shedeur Sanders, the son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, has been the name floating to the top. According to reports, Sanders delivered more of the wow plays during camp. We're talking about those moments that make coaches raise an eyebrow and fans lean forward. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel, former Oklahoma Sooner and UCF Knight, was described as being a little more on time, maybe not as flashy, but steady. Now, does that mean anything definitive? Absolutely not. These evaluations are being made on a handful of 7 on 7 and 11 on 11 drills. It's a snapshot, not a story. But still, the buzz is real. Gabriel did throw an interception to Carson Swissinger during the session, an error that quickly ignited fan discussions. See? That's why Sanders is the guy, some shouted on social media. But as quickly as the hype builds, it can crash. All it takes is one errant throw from Sanders and the same crowd will shift its allegiance. That's the nature of quarterback intrigue, especially in a city that hasn't had a top 50 pick or a true QB battle in years. And let's not even pretend the media isn't going to milk every throw, every snap, every sigh from these two for content. Because here's a secret from someone inside the Browns coverage game: quarterback talk equals engagement. And right now, there's plenty of it to go around. Vegas has already weighed in. According to the latest odds, Sanders is not only favored to see more snaps in 2025, but he's also tracking ahead of Gabriel in the race to start Week 1. But here's where things get spicy. Both of them are still trailing Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco in that particular race. Yes, Joe Flacco, 40 years old, veteran presence, and still considered by Vegas to be the most likely Week 1 starter. Now, this might rub some fans the wrong way. After all, didn't Flacco come off the couch 2 years ago? Hasn't the league moved on from aging pocket passers? Well, maybe. But not Kevin Stefanski. The Browns head coach is reportedly leaning toward Flacco to open the season, and if you think about it, it makes sense. Coaches live in the now. They want to win Week 1, not Week 10, not next season. And Flacco, a known quantity who understands the system, offers the safest path to that W. That doesn't mean Sanders or Gabriel won't get their shot. In fact, the Browns seem fully prepared to use the preseason and training camp to test both of them under fire. Give them the reps, let them make mistakes. Let them learn. And then, when, or if Flacco falters, someone will be ready. It's the perfect setup: low risk, high reward, and most importantly, it's competitive. That's something Browns fans haven't seen at quarterback in a while. Oh, and about Kenny Pickett? He's very much in this mix too. Vegas likes him second to Flacco, and if anything, his presence only intensifies the situation. We're talking 4 quarterbacks with legitimate cases to make. That's not just competition, that's a battlefield. Now, stepping back from the QB frenzy for a second, there's another piece of news that's casting a long shadow over the Browns' 2025 season. J.K. Dobbins, a beloved figure in the locker room and a spark plug on the field, is out for the year. The announcement came quietly, almost too quietly, but the impact is heavy. His message to the fans? Emotional, raw, uncertain. Dobbins didn't promise a return. He didn't sound like a player counting down the days to a comeback. If anything, it felt like a goodbye. A soft one, maybe, but a goodbye nonetheless. His words: "I've given my heart to this game. I don't know what's next," that hits hard. It hits like someone who's been through too much pain to keep chasing the dream. Which is why, right now, there's a growing sentiment that if his playing days truly are over, the Browns should bring him into the fold in a new way. Coach, mentor, leader. Keep that fire in the building, even if it's not on the field. So here we are. Quarterback chaos. Emotional goodbyes. Rookie battles. And all of it leading toward one date: Week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. A game that could set the tone for the season. A game that could determine who leads this team into the future. Now, Browns fans, it's your turn. What do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders the guy? Does Dillon Gabriel have what it takes to surprise us all? Should Joe Flacco be the bridge one more time, or is it time to let the kids play? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as we continue unraveling this quarterback saga, one thing becomes undeniably clear. This isn't just about who wins the job. It's about what kind of identity the Cleveland Browns want to project moving forward. It's about balancing the urgency to win now with the commitment to the future. It's about leadership, locker room chemistry, and how a city as football hungry as Cleveland clings to the idea of finally finding the guy. Let's take a closer look at Shedeur Sanders, because, like it or not, he's the most talked about rookie in the room. His pedigree alone turns heads. He's been in the spotlight for years, playing under his father Deion Sanders, and now he's in a position to write his own NFL story. But it's more than just name recognition. There's something magnetic about the way Shedeur commands attention. Reports from camp suggest he's got that it factor. The arm talent is there. The poise is noticeable. And for a fan base that's grown weary of missed draft picks and false quarterback profits, that buzz around Shedeur feels different. It feels hopeful. But hope isn't enough in the NFL. Consistency matters. Decision-making under pressure matters. And this is where Dillon Gabriel might have the edge, at least on paper. Gabriel's college resume is solid. He's accurate, experienced, and surprisingly mobile. He might not have the same highlight reel throws that Shedeur does, but he's the kind of quarterback who grows on you. He might not dazzle in shorts and a helmet, but when the live bullets start flying in preseason games, he could emerge as the more NFL-ready option. That's the great unknown, how these two will respond when real pressure arrives. Because, so far, it's just practice. And in the NFL, that only counts for so much. Then there's the elephant in the room, Kenny Pickett. Acquired in a move that surprised some, Pickett brings with him both starting experience and inconsistency from his time in Pittsburgh. Some fans view him as the perfect bridge quarterback. Others see him as little more than a backup. But make no mistake, he's in this competition too. Stefanski is going to give every one of these guys a shot, and don't be shocked if Pickett steals the spotlight during camp. His biggest asset? He started real NFL games. That counts for something. Joe Flacco, meanwhile, looms over it all like a wise elder statesman. At 40, he's not the future, but he might still be the present. Stefanski knows what he's getting with Flacco. Stability. Veteran leadership. A guy who's seen every defense, made every throw, and won playoff games. That kind of experience is rare. And in a division as brutal as the AFC North, it might be exactly what the Browns need to weather the early season storm while grooming the future. Now think about the setup here. You've got 4 quarterbacks, each representing a different stage of a career: the established vet, Flacco, the experienced yet young journeyman, Pickett, and 2 high-upside rookies, Sanders and Gabriel. This isn't just a battle for week 1, it's a competition that could determine the franchise's trajectory for the next 5 years. So here's the question, what's the right move? Do you roll with the veteran and stay safe, or do you throw the rookies into the fire and see what happens? Browns fans, we need to hear from you right now. Who do you want under center against the Bengals in week 1? Shedeur, Gabriel, Pickett, or Flacco? Drop your answer in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here I keep you well informed daily. Go Browns!